session so that I can offer it as a replay to all of our other sisters that might not be able to join us today. We had 25 register for the event, so I'm excited about that. So I'll start over. Oh, we got New York really repping today. I'm Shannon May, founder of Self MAED, Meditate, Align, Enlighten, and Discover. We host wellness retreats for Black and Brown women who are seeking growth, healing, and self-discovery. So welcome to everyone. I'm so excited to bring Kenya into our space. She's going to teach us about numerology and how numerology can support our growth, healing, and self-discovery journey. Everything self-made, right? So with our particular Zoom setting, if you have questions you want to ask, you're like, oh, Kenya, you said something, run it back, I didn't hear you. Please feel free to bring your voice in. You can just throw off mute and interact. So you have that opportunity. I'll make sure everybody's mic is not muted or at least blocked from being muted. Logistically, we're not going to wait till the end for question and answers. Again, just bring that into the spot. Don't forget, you have a free download as a part of this workshop. You can go back to your member center. I will add the links in the chat, but I'll also send you an email with everything we talk about today, the links to get in contact with Kenya, the links that I mentioned for the member center, or in the calendar invite if you received that. So if you want to see the retreat download, the analysis that we're going to use at the end to talk about how we use numerology to actually align with the energy for the retreat and the theme, you'll have access to that. And let me stop playing. All right, so let me introduce Kenya, because that's why we're all here, right? Like, so master workshop facilitator Kenya Jackson Salters has a master's and is 5-time published self-help author and Reiki master. She has a formal background in psychology and nonprofit management. Kenya has always been drawn to self-help industry, particularly in the areas of empowering women, right? So it makes sense. We're so aligned. I love her. Most recently, Kenya has married the love for writing, spirituality, and mental health to help women pursue their passions in a healthy, sustainable way. In 2015, Kenya, alongside of her beautiful wife, Michelle, blended the health of benefits for exercise, meditation, writing to form a custom personal development experience for women called the Outdoor Journal Tour. I'm going to plug really quick that Kenya also has these outdoor meditation cards are super dope. Kenya, I don't think I told you, I have pictures I'm going to send you. I took them to Panama with me. Yep, I took over Panama with me. So I had to send you those pictures. Just a beautiful way to be immersed in nature and have, someone there helping you guide your self-reflective experience. So I want y'all to check that out as well. And all things numerology. So I will say that in her dual degrees, I want to talk to you about sociology and psych from Xavier University. Really? Xavier? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm so mad. I didn't know that. That's a new one, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm learning something. Sorry, y'all, I didn't know that. So basically what I'm saying is Kenya comes with not only the knowledge, the passion, but she also comes with the experience of guiding women in their journeys for personal development and enlightenment. So I'm gonna hold off my mic so I don't talk too much and bring you into the space, sis.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Everyone's good. It's good to see y'all's faces. And for those of you all that are not on camera, no pressure. We are in this like Zoom age and everything is a Zoom call. So I understand sometimes you want to be doing other things and you don't want to be on camera. No worries at all. So don't feel any pressure with that. Shannon, thank you so much for having me. Shannon has been such a gift. Over the past, I want to say like maybe 2 years or so, like we've been working together on a bunch of different projects, and she always challenges me, especially in the numerology, numerology area, to do things that I haven't ever done before. I haven't done that way. So I'm really grateful to have her in my life. And I'm grateful that she brought me into this very intimate space with you all, because you all are something that is so precious to her. So thank you for the space. And ladies, thank you for your time, attention, and energy today. I'm really excited. Numerology is one of my favorite things to do and talk about. I am always interested in helping women to understand ourselves better. We're so critical of ourselves. We live in a world that's also very critical of us as women. And sometimes just understanding how we tick can give us a little bit of confidence and make us feel, more comfortable, and also just more like sturdy in our presentation to the world. So numerology has been that for me. So what I want to do, and let me say a little background about this. Shannon came to me a few months ago and asked about retreat that she was trying to plan. And she gave me the dates and said, can you give me a date analysis on these dates and let me know what energy these dates bring so I can choose? She actually gave me 3 dates. We did analysis on 3 different dates, and we settled on the 1 date. And so what I'm going to do today is introduce you to just what the energy of all the numbers in the numerology scale are, and then also talk to you about what dates were chosen for the retreat and why. Really quick, how many of you all are already registered for the retreat? Just put a 1 in the chat if you're already registered. Or you can raise your hand. Chat. Most everybody?
I know Pramila is driving, but Pramila, our sister Pramila, and you got some chats too.
Okay. Well, if you're not, I really want to encourage you to do so. And as we get to the end of this presentation, I think you all will understand why. It's a lot of really special things going on at this retreat, especially on these particular dates. So I'm going to try to be a Zoom girl today. I'm going to tell y'all what, I'm not that big of a Zoom girl, okay? But I'm going to try to do a good job on Zoom. And here's what we have. So I have a little presentation here. I did mention to Shannon that questions are welcome whenever. You don't necessarily have to wait until I'm done presenting to ask. Why is it so big? Let's do 75. 75 is good. You can ask questions anytime. If you do it in the chat, I will not see it because I'll be looking at the screen and presenting. But if you want to just bring your voice into the circle, if I take a pause, feel free to do that. Okay? Okay, great. So first question, now I'm gonna look at the chat. How many people are familiar with numerology, period? Know anything about numerology? Know your life path number, anything? If you do, just drop a 1 in the chat. If you know your life path number, or if you know anything about numerology, just give me a 1. I can support you. Okay, thank you. 1. Okay, 2 people, they know a couple, 2 people. Anybody else? The rest of y'all that need 1, Kim? Okay, yeah, okay, good. Okay, so y'all know stuff. Good. Okay, this is gonna be fun then. This is gonna be fun. Okay, great. So this will be fun. So if you all already know some things about numerology, then maybe this, the intro, we can do it really quickly and then we can actually get into some fun stuff. So this is just my little, hey, here's me being professional, and I have a
I'm not
header.
familiar, sorry.
What's that?
I'm not familiar with numerology.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna get you familiar, but I just wanted to know who already had who already knew what it is. So look at this little graphic. I thought that was like me and Shannon. Look at us over there. This is me and Shannon. I have lots of them tied up, but I was like, look at me and Shannon. So I thought this would be a cute little graphic to start off with. We already did kind of about me. I'm a writer. I'm a self-help writer. I'm a spiritual coach, a Reiki master. Everything I do is in an effort to help me understand myself better, and then also to help women understand themselves better. I just feel like it makes us more confident, sturdy human beings when we know more about ourselves. And women are the divine feminine, is the lifeblood of the earth. So we definitely need us to be in a good place. And then I talk about I just go straight into what is numerology. Okay. So numerology is the study of numbers as the figures designate the year of one's birth, name, and other personal identifiers to determine their influence on one's life, future, etc. What that really means is it's the energetic vibration of numbers, okay? So every number has a numeric value, of course, but it also has an energetic vibration that goes along with that number, right? And everything has a numeric equivalent. So not just numbers, but also letters, also locations, also colors, also chakras, also in astrology and astronomy, right? Everything has a numeric value. There's a equivalent to all that. So for example, with your letters, the letter A has a numeric value of 1. And so it has the vibration of 1 energy, right? So later on in the presentation, when I talk a little bit about the different uses for numerology readings, what we can use them for, we talk about how sometimes people will ask me to do like names for what they want to name their children. Or if they're having a baby by C-section, they want to determine the date that they want to have the baby on, because those particular numbers will mean something, okay? So it says it's how we simplify sacred math and how we apply it to understand aspects of our individual life. We can do this with compatibility, with relationships, health, family, all of those different types of things, okay? Now, there are 12 numbers altogether in the numerology scale. Single digits 1 through 9, and then master numbers 11, 22, and 33, okay? So every number has its own value, and that value is based on everything from where it is in the numerology scale to the way it's shaped and to its position in conjunction with other numbers, right? So for example, your number one, we'll use number one again. Number one energy, and we're going to go through this a little bit more deeper in a second. Number one energy, of course, number one is the first number. Number one is facing away from all of the other numbers. So then what does that mean as a quality, right? Number one energy is independent. Number one energy is original. Number one energy is sometimes a little bit selfish. You see the number one's looking away from everything else. Number one is equivalent to the sun energy, right? What is our sun? Sun, everything orbits around the sun. Number one is equivalent to the color red, which is bold, which is root chakra, right? So is that starting to make sense? All of these things kind of go into conjunction with each other. And it's Leo energy as well. So it's that kind of puffed up king of the jungle. That's what number one is. Okay, so that's just for example. We'll go into the details of the numbers in just a second. Now, I wrote down here, here's how it works. Many become one. As you can imagine, when you're adding up the numeric equivalents of different things, you're going to get tons of numbers that are not single digits 1 through 9, 11, 22, and 33, right? You're going to get all types of numbers. You can get an umpteen amount of numbers when you're doing this. So what we do as numerologists is we reduce every number that is not 11, 22, or 33 to a single digit number between 1 and 9. So 23 becomes 5, 55 becomes 1, 92 becomes 11. Well, that becomes 11, but 93 would become 3 because you would get 12 and then you would get 3, right? So we do that in order to keep things in alignment. Now, if you do add up numbers to get something and you get 11, 22, or 33, those are considered to be master numbers, and they come with a different vibration, actually 3 different vibrations in our master numbers, okay? So whenever you're doing, so we could do some life path readings. If you all don't know that, we might have a second to at least run your life path number before we get out of here today. Hopefully we'll have a second to do that. And I can show you how you reduce that long number to one number. And that number becomes the primary number of what you're looking for when you're determining the number of anything that you're looking for. Does that make sense so far, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
I can't really see y'all. Say okay or don't, or yes or no, because I can't see y'all. I'm just looking at this picture.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now I want to talk a little bit about what the numbers look like. So these are numeric concords, how the numbers go together. Okay. So in numerology, there are certain groups of numbers that can live together harmoniously and are at the best place to look for a lasting relationship. These are called concords. Now, concords of numbers are really important when it comes to your romantic relationships, but also professional relationships. Also, sometimes I'll run numbers of concords with family members. Like sometimes people have kids, like I just can't get along with this kid. And I'm like, let's run the number of the kid. And a lot of times they may have conflicting numbers. Or you may see that in couples, you'll see compatibility among certain numbers, or you may see strain among certain numbers of with certain things. So like my wife is a life path number 3. I'm a life path number 6. We're in concord with each other. Now, just because you're not in concord with each other does not mean that your relationship won't work. It just means that this is just another piece of information to help you kind of understand how things could work better, right? If knowing those concords. And so I'll start with the first group of concords here. And these are my analyzer concords, okay? So when we say these numbers, I've personified these because I think it's always easier in a presentation to personify things. meaning that I'm giving them like a moniker and a look and a person to associate it with. But this is really just energy, right? Because today we're going to talk about the energy of your retreat, which doesn't necessarily manifest as a person, but I'm personifying it today just to give you an example of what this would look like, okay? And we'll also pay attention to the colors there, and I'll talk about that as well with each number. So we already did number one. So number one energy, again, beginnings, origin, individualism. You look at number one, honey, like I said, that top part. I live on a very busy street, ladies. I do apologize. It's going to happen a lot, and then the police are going to do it at least probably 3 or 4 times. It just, I don't know, it's just always like that. I live on Moreland if you're from Atlanta, so I'm really right in the middle of the city. So also this is one energy, root chakra energy, okay? Leo energy, sun energy, primary, just kind of courage, just raw, right? And you see, if a person's a life path one, they often are going to exhibit these same type of qualities. And one energy in general is going to exhibit these type of qualities. So one thing that some people may do when they're trying to determine certain things and they want there to be a large leadership component in it, they may put a 1 in front of something in order to designate that there's going to be leadership there if you're creating numbers for something else. These are the concords of the analyzer. So the analyzer concord is all about bringing order to the world that we live in and also really studying. You also see that with the numbers, as they increase, the strength of the vibration also increases, but it increases in sense of like spiritual significance, right? So one energy, if you say it like that, one energy is definitely very kind of brash and bold and in your face. Your 5 energy is an analyzer as well, but the 5 energy is all about change, progressiveness, and networking. Now, if you think about that, that's still leadership, right? But it's leadership in change. It's leadership in progression. It's leadership in almost, you'll see adventure with 5 too. And if you look at 5, you see 5 is the first number to be facing away from the other numbers, okay? So 5 is like, I'm not doing what 1, 2, 3, and 4 is doing. I'm doing my own thing, and it's the first number to do that. 5 is also on a rocker. If you see at the bottom, that rocker in that number means that it's kind of like, I'm thinking about it this way. I'm thinking about it that way. It's not a very sturdy, like you're one who stands on that like ground. Number 5 is more like, they're a little bit more open-minded. Now, for those of you all who said you were familiar with numerology, what could be cool is for, if you know your life path number, drop it into the chat, and then, you know, I can kind of talk a little bit more about the numbers I see. So I have my chat up over here so I can see it. So that's my 5. We also, the moniker there is the free spirit. This is the free spirit. This is adventure. This is, okay, but I got an 8, I got a 9. Who else? I'll just keep an eye on that once we get there. I don't know yet. Okay, so we'll figure it out for you. So this energy here, that's your free spirit energy. And you see she's real sexy and she's like, yes, look at my body. Number 5 is also the energy of adventure. I think I said that. 5 energy is very much about like doing things my own way, right? So life had number. Okay, so I already did you, Miss Mia. So I already talked about number 1. Let me know, how did that feel? Did that seem accurate to you, Mia?
Yeah,
Talked about number 1?
Yeah, it's me. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah. Okay, I know. Okay, so then 5 energy, when it comes to, I'm gonna, for those who don't know them, we'll get them by the end of the presentation. 5 energy, you'll see, is also blue, and it gives you, this is supposed to be throat chakra, right? Throat chakra energy. So again, the throat chakra is what? Expression. That's where you get the energy of number 5, and that's blue. Number 7 energy here, 7 energy is, this is my investigator, okay? 7 energy is all about analyzing intuition and introspection, okay? So this is leadership within, okay? Leadership of self, personal development number. It's also kind of about like the occult energy. So you'll see that we use the divine number 7. One of the reasons why number 7 was selected to be how many days that the creation story took, or why is a number, is because of the 7 energy. The 7 energy is about intuition, introspection, also the occult and spirituality. So 7 energy you'll see is purple. This correlates with the crown chakra. This is all about what is the wisdom that you're getting from above. Again, that's the connection that you'll see in spirituality where we use those numbers on purpose. And what I will say is this: I'm a woman of faith, and I definitely respect anyone else's faith. I'm just going to talk to you about the origin of numerology. This is not a attempt to, it's not an attempt to undermine anyone else's faith, but there are numbers that are used in spiritual practice on purpose because of the energy that they bring and energy they represent. And many times the numeric meaning of things did come before actual organized faith, right? So these numbers are used as tools in our faith in order to elicit certain energy, right? So it's a purposeful thing. And we'll talk about that again when we get to like number 33 and stuff like that. Was probably the most popular number that we see in spirituality. So all right, so we got this 7 energy. This is my investigator. This is my person that's always thinking about myself. So you'll see about the analyzing here. Number 1 energy is kind of about analyzing what's ahead, innovation. I'm looking forward. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Number 5 energy is like, okay, I'm analyzing, but I'm analyzing from a place of how I'm about to do this different. I don't like doing it like that. I'm going to do this a different way. And 7 energy is very much about in examining me, like how can I be better? What energy can I elicit to be better? How can I study more? How can I figure out more? How can I be more introspective? Okay, so that's where you get that. And for number 7, okay? And let me see, I got some 4s. What else did I have? Oh, I'm not there yet. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming with the people who are, y'all are business minds. I see the 8 and the 4. That's a business mind. Number 9, I'm about to get to you right now because you are a creative like me. Shannon, she's a 4. She's a business mind. Y'all will see that once we kind of get a little bit deeper into the presentation here. So here we go with number 3. Number 3, energy. Okay, number 3, energy. And if you have a life path 3, you may see this energy as well. Creative performance and expression. We call this the talented child. And the reason why the terminology is the talented child is because we view number 1 energy as divine masculine energy, right? Divine masculine, but it can be male or female. Masculine energy is not limited to one gender or another, right? And number 2 is considered to be our divine feminine energy. Okay, number 2, partnership, cooperation, will be there in just a second. And so number 3 is the joining of 1 and 2, right? You get number 3. So this is the talented child. 3 energy is youthful and young and bright. You'll see it's represented by the color yellow here. Yellow corresponding to our solar plexus chakra, right? The do chakra. This is an active, creative energy. This energy wants to do things, have fun, be a very bright light. Number 3 is correlated with the planet Jupiter, right? So big energy, big expressive energy. And it's correlated with the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, right? So just very excitable and very fun. But sometimes with 3 energy, you will get a little bit of, I need the attention to be on me. If you have a life path 3, I need the attention to be on me. Look at me, pay attention to me, because I want to please you with my ability to express myself, like with my ability to create. But creators need an audience. Okay, so that's important to remember with our 3s, with the number 3, and with our creators, period, our creative energy, creative concord 3, 6, and 9. All 3 of those need an audience. For the talented child, for the 3 energy, that audience is normally immediate family or folks that are very close to them. Okay. The next, and be sure to drop any questions you have in the chat, ladies. The next is number 6 energy. Number 6 is the nurturer. If you look at and also really quick, number 3, you'll see number 3 is facing its quote unquote parents. Both of the kind of corners here are all facing the parents, also on a rocker. So you will see not as staunch and stern. When you see a number on a rocker, it means that they normally are not as dogmatic in their opinions. They can be a little bit more open-minded. Okay. So you'll see number 6 energy. This is our nurturing energy. This is considered to be the mother of the numerology scale. Look at the top. We say as above, everything at top. This is considered to be the mind. Anything below is considered to be the body. So you'll see this number 6 is like all poked out in the middle. And we see her as like a pregnant mother. That's why we have nurturing energy here. Number 6 is about my home, my family, and management. You'll see lots of people who have 6 energy in their charts. These people who are doing things in the service industry, doing things to help other people, especially those that are close to them. But 6 energy can also be a little bit of meddlesome. Okay, 6 energy is also just like that mama. Mama thinks you know better. Mama needs to know all your business. Mama's a little bit nosy, but it's coming from a place of wanting to help and from that management. So the creativity for the 6 energy is usually in service, and it's in service as it relates to home and family. And that can be chosen or created family. Okay. And you see the number, excuse me, the color here. This is supposed to be indigo, y'all. Did the best I could, which is with the solar, which is with the third eye chakra. Okay, so that is kind of internal wisdom. And this is zodiac sign Taurus and Libra. So very feminine, very sexual, number 6. All right. Number 9. Who did I see at number 9? Reverend Ellis. Am I saying that right? Reverend Aya? Iya?
I'm an Losha, so sorry. I just logged into Zoom. It's SD.
SD, Easter, SD. Okay. SD is a 9. Oh, okay. This is so cool. I love it when things are cool and I can see them. So 9 is our humanitarian number. So you do see 9 energy a lot of times in people who are clergy, because numerology 9 is the energy of caring for the entire planet. So if you look at number 9, you'll see 9 is what? Facing all the other numbers. Okay. 9 is looking at all the other numbers, almost as the caregiver of the other numbers. 9 is considered to be the highest vibration of our single digit numbers. And it's also the highest vibration of our creative concord. Universal completion and vision. That's what 9 energy is. Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Prince, Spike Lee, Malala, all life path number 9s. Okay. And the creativity for 9 energy normally comes from, what am I going to do to serve the planet? My creativity comes in serving the world. Okay, so this is how you can see how the energies kind of increase. You have 3. I would like to serve my family. Excuse me, my immediate people, my parents, people who are very, very close to me. 6 is like, okay, my family and my chosen or otherwise. 9 is like the world. Okay, and that's the end. Okay, does each number in our birth date shape us versus our life path number, which defines us? Yes and no. So your birth date number, the day that you were born, has more significance than probably any of the other numbers in your chart. So the month and the year are not as significant as the day and then the whole life path number. Yeah. And the reason for that is because baby chooses the day that baby is born. And so the idea with a life path number and why we put so much emphasis on it is because it's really the only number in your chart that you choose. It's the only number that you choose. You choose it because, you know, baby chooses what day baby is going to come. The numbers associated with your name and things like that, that's energy that your parents have placed on you. And that energy is very important, your name and those type of things, because it becomes a prayer. Every time someone says your name, they are giving you, they are praying, they're speaking a certain energy over you. You was born at 6 and I'm the mama bear. Yeah, I'm a 6 too. I'm a life path 6 as well. I have 6 all over my chart. It's lovely. And then also it's 6s are very prone to martyrdom though. So we have to be very careful because we'll just give and give and give. Just like mama, we're gonna give and give and give. But we also want you to tell us that we did a good job. That's something that number 6 energy wants to hear it. Yes, you did good job. Tell your mama she did a good job. That is how 6 energy is, but we will work our fingers to the bone. To make our family, chosen or otherwise, feel loved and cared for. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that too, because I wrote all the negatives and the positive and the opportunities. I did include that in this report. All right, so let me go, because I got some 4s and 9s in here that said they want to hear about themselves. Okay, some 4s and some 8s. So I have my next concourse. These are our business minds. All right, our business minds are about bringing order. And also bringing not just order, but it's not just order, it is execution. That's the word I want. It's execution in the world. So how do we take things from an idea to an actual physical thing? And the first of that, did I answer that question? Because she said, great question. Did I answer it? I did. Okay. So the first of those is my 2 energy. 19th. Yes, that means you're a 1. Wait, no. Hold on. Wait, no. You're not a 1. No. Okay, hold on. I see y'all going crazy in the chat. Give me 2 minutes. I'm coming over there to y'all, because no, just because your birthday is the 19th does not mean that you're a 1. On your birthday, that number, we don't reduce them. I know that I just said that we reduce everything. We do not reduce birthday numbers. Your birthday number has its own vibration because there's 2 numbers in that. So for example, for the number 19, you have a 1 and a 9 here. So you have the energy of beginning and also the energy of completion. So we would leave that. So that's a very, and I mean, you could whittle it down and you could make it 1 if you wanted to, but really 19 has its own energy of both 1 and 9 there. So you wouldn't want to just, you don't want to take that 9 away, especially because remember, baby chooses the day. So both numbers are important. And when you, and I'll do this too, I can do secondary readings for people. So when I do a reading for someone and I do the double digits and I do reduce them, a lot of times I will read the vibration of both numbers just so that people will know what made up that number. But for your birthday number, you leave it.
I have a question. So if
Yes.
my birthday is 11/1. So
Uh-huh.
does does the 11 get reduced? Or does
Everything gets reduced.
okay.
So so this is my last one, and then I can get into some, we'll have time and I can do some numbers for you all if you don't know your life path numbers. Let me just finish this up because I know I had a 4 and I know I had an 8 one here already. So 2 is our peacemaker energy. Peacemaker is considered to be, number 2 is considered to be the divine feminine. And you'll see her, I love the number 2. I love the way the number 2 looks, y'all, because you'll see the mind at the top. Remember, this is mind, and the 2 is in the bottom is the body. The mind is facing number 1, right? So because we do kind of say that this is the feminine energy, this is the divine counterpart of number 1. So it's facing number 1, kind of trusting leadership, but the body of 2 is pulling all the other numbers behind it. It's the only number that's shaped like this, right? Because 2 is about partnership and cooperation. So number 2 is like, how do I bring everything together? You know, how can I have that? And that's really important when you look at the Business Minds Concourse, because you have to have partnership before you can teach, before you can actually have authority. So I love 2 for that. And you'll see that this is orange. Orange is associated with our sacral chakra, second chakra. This is the chakra of desire, our chakra of reproduction. It's where all of our reproductive organs are located in our sacral chakra. So number 2 has all that energy of want and desire in it, and wanting partnership and wanting to be together with people. And this is moon energy, and it's Cancer zodiac sign energy. Number 4, we consider to be our conservative number. And number 4 energy is about building, teaching, but also a little bit of cautiousness. Look at how 4 is. 4 is real balanced, but also very heavy at the top. Okay, so 4 has got an open mind, open towards the cosmos, open toward divine inspiration, but also 4 is standing on that line. 4 is like, but this is what it is though. I'm gonna take in all this information, and then this is gonna be what it is. So you will see that 4 energy is a little bit resolute. 4 energy is a little bit direct, but it's all about balance and order. So you'll see we've got 4 directions. We've got 4 legs on the table, 4 walls in a room, 4 seasons, you know, 4 is used in so many different spaces to elicit order and to elicit a container for something. So I love 4 energy because it does always offer a container, and you can see what that container is here. That container is oftentimes mental, okay? A very beautiful mental container for things. And 4 energy is associated with the color green, which is heart chakra energy. And it is the zodiac energy of Aquarius energy, okay? Which is of course, highly intellectual, but also creative there. And then I think I saw an 8. Our 8 is the executive, and 8 energy. This is supposed to be rose. I'm trying to make it rose, y'all. And I think up at the top, that 9 energy was gold. This is supposed to be a rose color, like a pink color. This is all about business and authority. So we always say 8 is our money number. 8 energy is all about material wealth, okay? Material possessions. gaining money and resources. And but like I always say, with the executive number, excuse me, the executive moniker, which is what we call 8 energy, the executive is the head of a company. So 8 energy is not just about, I just want to get money for me. 8 energy is like, I do want to have resources, but I want to be able to share those across the people that I care about or the people that I'm working with, right? So it's not about, so some people, especially women, when I tell them that they're 8 or they find that there's a lot of 8 energy in their chart, they're like, oh, I don't know, that feels selfish, it feels materialistic. It's not about being selfish and materialistic. It's just about understanding that I have the ability to get resources and then I can do really wonderful things with my resources, right? And the 8 energy does allow for that. So even when you pull the card 8 in like a deck, it's going to say something like manifestation or things like that. So 8s have the ability to pull resources into themselves and to have the mental organization to do that. And you'll see number 8, same at the top as it is at the bottom. So, and it's also a closed loop. So it, you know, it does want to keep the resources a little bit. You know, see, 8 want to kind of keep the stuff, you know, definitely for the people that they care about, but that is representative of, you know, holding things. And 8 energy also on a rocker. So again, open-minded. This is Capricorn energy, which is of course no surprise, right? The Capricorn is the worker of our of the zodiac. And it is also ruled by the planet Saturn. So Saturn, it seems to be a little bit strict, a little bit, you know, kind of rigid in some ways, but also really gets things done. Okay. And I believe for those of you all that are registered for the retreat, I am doing numerology readings for all of you. So I'm going to be doing full, well, like 6 parts of your numerology readings for the retreat. So I'm telling you, if you're not registered, you need to get on it. If this is exciting for you, you know, I've got probably 5 or 10 more pages of stuff I can tell you about yourself just by knowing your birthday. Okay, so that's my 8 energy. And then the last ones are just our masters. Okay, and I have about 10 more minutes. And our masters are with chakra, no chakra for number 8. So there's only 7 chakras. So 8 and 9 don't have a chakra associated with them. They do have colors though. So 9 would be gold. And no, it's okay. 9 would be gold and 8 is rose. And 9 is Mars. It's ruled by the planet Mars, and that's Scorpio energy. And then 8 is ruled by the planet Saturn, and that is Capricorn. So they do have zodiac equivalents, even though they don't have chakra equivalents. And last, this is my master numbers. And I just wanted to pull out the most famous people I could find. I know they're not all people of color. I couldn't find anyone that was a person of color that we would all know, everyone would know on first sight for number 33. But I did just want to show you what our master numbers are. And I'll give you an example. Barack Obama's a master number 11. So when we do life path numbers, if I come up with straight up 11, or if I come up with something like 92 or something like that, that's a master number 11. And this is our master illuminator. This is master leader. So, and the thing about life path number 11s or 11 energy specifically is that it is it's charisma, but it's also a leadership from a place of humility. And I thought Obama was a great example of that, because Obama was someone who was chosen to lead. He wasn't someone who necessarily was like, I want to run for president, but people were like encouraging him to run for president because they saw the leadership in him. And 11 energy is oftentimes that way. And it's got 3 different vibrations, but I'm going to talk about the 3 different vibrations with Oprah because she's a Black woman and we're all women of color here on this call. She's a master number 22, which is our master builder. And then we have Albert Einstein, which is our master teacher. So the number 33 is used in a lot of faith as the final, number, the highest number. They do it in Masonry, also in Christianity, with Jesus being 33 when he was crucified. And we can see how Jesus was the master teacher, influential, spiritual, and devoted. And that's why that number is used there. But let's talk a little bit about Oprah, because she's a Black woman too, and we could all agree that she is a master builder. Idealism, leadership, and confidence. With our master numbers, they have the vibration of 3 different numbers. That's why they're considered to be master numbers. So with Oprah, you see that 2 twice, then you add the 2 and the 2 and you get the 4. And then of course you have the 22. So we already talked about how that 2 energy is all about cooperation, all about coming together and bringing things together, and also peacemaking, right? So that's there twice. So double energy of cooperation, right? Then when you add that 2 and that 2 together, you get that 4, which is about the organization and the management of it, right? So that's how you get the building there, because you have the presence of 2 business mind numbers in just one individual and just one particular energy, right? And we can all look and see how Oprah has done that over the years, how her ability to partner with other people has not only skyrocketed her career, but also blessed other people's careers, right? And it's because she has that energy within her to not only take in the information, but also to manage and organize it, and then to build something with it, okay? And that's the same thing with the other 2. With the Barack Obama, you have that 1 and that 1, which is leadership and innovation. It would add it up to number 2. Then that's the cooperation. That's how you get the leadership there, because it's like, I'm willing to innovate. I'm willing to be out front, but I also know how to cooperate. And with Einstein 33, you have that expression twice with the number 3, and then the number 6 energy that comes in with the nurturing, which is like, I actually care, so I want to teach, right? So I not only do I want to express myself, but I also want to be able to give something to other people. 6 energy with Albert Einstein, and also with the energy of Jesus Christ, the Christ figure, what that's supposed to represent. Okay, so before we go into the numbers, who did not know their life path number? Make this bigger. How do I make it bigger? No, I don't know how to do it.
I didn't know my life path. This is Kim.
Kim.
And the other Kim either.
Both Kims. Kim, when is your birthday?
My birthday is August 24,
What year?
88.
Oh, y'all some babies. August 24. I love it. I was doing something. I have a retreat coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm doing some stuff for them. August 24th, 88. And one of the girls was 1993. I was like, girl, can you come? Like, are you allowed? But I'm like, no, you old. They are regular age. Your ass is old. August
29.
I know, right? But I'm thinking to
93.
myself, get permission. Do you need a permission slip? August 24th, 1988. Okay. How much time I got? Not a lot of time. I only got 2 of y'all to do, so this will be quick.
Well, actually, there's
Yeah.
some in the chat
You got
too.
more?
Yeah.
So Sonia, I said, how many people here?
Me.
Tanya.
We got
Camilla.
12 on, yeah, we got 12 on the line
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how
Camilla?
good. Oh, how
I don't
beautiful.
know.
Okay, so who?
And I would
Who,
say
August
Camilla, Tanya, if you don't know, maybe put your birthday in the chat. That way,
Okay.
yeah, we can see those.
August 24th, 1988.
Mhm.
You are a 22-4. So you're a master builder. And so y'all, look, y'all don't do this to me, because see, now I start wanting to talk about stuff. I don't know what you do for a living, but whatever you do for a living, find you something that is going to not only help you, but help other people. Are you already in that place?
I think so. I'm a project manager.
Okay. And then you have this 6th birthday. Your birthday is 24. So that's partnership and management together. So yeah, you project management is good. Does that light you up? I feel like it doesn't light you up though.
It does light me up because I love organizing. I love helping people, find efficiencies to work smarter, not harder.
Okay. Okay. Well, good. Then you're in the right place. You helping people? Are you, what about somebody else? Do you have like a mentee or something like that?
No, I do not. I'm looking for one.
Yeah, I think mentee, that would be good for you. Really, really good. Somebody you can bring up through the right, especially if you love that and you really like what you're doing. Because that's gonna feel a lot of people are in, and that field pays pretty well too. I just think it would be beneficial for you to do that. My daddy was an 11. Oh, wish I could for 8. Okay, now see how many of y'all I got. August 23rd. Y'all got to give me the whole day. I can't do nothing with two numbers. All right, let me do Dina real quick. I thought, Dina, you knew yours.
I think I know mine, but
You said 319.
Well, I thought I did until you said it was both numbers.
yeah, I have that same thinking too. That's why I wasn't sure.
So your life path number is based on your birth date. It's the day, month, and year of your birthday. And then we take that down to a single digit number, and that is your life path.
Okay.
Within your numerology profile, which is much longer than that, then there's lots of other things that we consider. So we consider numbers with your name, we consider with your birthday, we consider karmic debt, we consider also I can do different phases of your life and what this particular phase of your life means.
Mhm.
So there it can be very different, but life path is an easier, simpler number to calculate. And you know what might be easier, since there are so many people who need it done? What might be
Mhm.
easier is I'm going to give you all a site. Let me see. 5. So Dina, you're a 5. I talked a little bit about a 5 number. That 5 is freedom and adventure. So are you getting outside? Are you doing fun things? I see that your picture is of outdoor location, which is really cool, but you got to make sure you're getting outside and doing fun stuff. You got to have some. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Brittany. Yeah, that's pretty much it, but you want to add them individually. So that's actually easier. Let's do that. That way I don't have to do them all because we only have 8 minutes. But let me say, Dina, really quick, fun, adventure, make sure you're doing something that lights you up, that makes you feel good. Play is going to be really important with life path number 5. So if you're working too hard, you're going to find yourself being annoyed and irritated. If you don't make space to have a good time. But also you do want to have a few things that you're committed to, because number 5 do tend to be a little bit flighty and y'all can just like kind of fly off into the wind. So you want to almost have organized chaos. 5 is really good with organized chaos. So for your life path, if you want to calculate it yourself, what you want to do is you want to write it down in 3 different sections. You do the month, 2-digit month, 2-digit day, 4-digit year.
Yeah.
And I say 2-digit because if you're born at any of the single digit letter numbers, just still put the 0 there because it just makes it easier for you to do it. So go ahead, and so you're going to add the 3 numbers up individually first. So my birthday is 2/2/1982, so it's kind of not that cool, but I'm going to take that 0 and that 2, add it, take the second 0 and that 2, add it, then I'm going to add the 1982. Then when you get those 3 numbers, huh?
I'm a crybaby. I'm 2'5".
Oh yeah, 5, yeah.
1982.
1982, I love it. I love it. This is the year of us being 40. It's the year of 40 for us. So go ahead, and then if you do that, then you're going to add those 3 numbers. Once you get those 3 numbers together, then you'll get a double-digit number. I don't think you can get a triple, but you might get a triple. I'm thinking a double-digit number. And then you reduce that if it's not 11, 22, or 33. That's how you find your life path. But don't just add the sequence of 8 numbers. Don't do that, because I know it seems like it would be the same, but for some reason it's not. For some reason, when I do it like that, I don't get the same number.
So the 1981, we're doing 1 + 9 + 8 +
8
1.
+ 1. Yep.
Okay.
And then you should get 1 number for that, or 2 numbers for that. And if you get 2 numbers for that, so say that was my case, and I got 2, 2, then I would add 2, 2 plus whatever the total of 1981 was. Don't reduce it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No.
So 1 + 9 + 8 + 1 is what?
It's 19.
So then you add 19 plus the 2 other numbers. Don't reduce 19 to 1, or reduce it to, right. So that's the reason why you have to do it like that. Otherwise, you're gonna miss it.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I just did it that way and got the same thing, but here's what's interesting. So I'm August 23rd. My life path is a 9, but I'm 1985. So it's 8, 23, and then 23 again. Does that mean anything?
It
When
can.
it comes
So
up double like that?
It can. I'm like, so those numbers would be like secondary or tertiary numbers in your profile just to be mindful of. So you may see lots of 2s and 3s and show up, or it may represent there's an underlying desire for you to have a little bit more freedom than you do in your life. But they're not as significant as other numbers that would be in your profile. The most significant number would be that you would have in your profile is probably the 23, which is your birthday.
Okay, and that's its own number, right?
That's its own number. Mm-hmm.
I have a,
Okay.
I have a,
Okay.
I have a question. So I was born 1987. So that reduces down to 25, right? So that's 25. And then the day I was born on the 1st and the month is November the 11th. So I'm added 25 plus 1 plus 2.
What is it? 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7.
Yeah. 1987
We're gonna go do a whole nother workshop. 1 plus 9.
plus 8 plus 7.
Yeah, so you get 25. So you're gonna add 25.
Mhm.
We're not reducing that to what's your date of birth? What's the date? 11 and 1.
11 and 1. Yep.
So you're gonna do 25 plus 1 plus 11. 37, which gives you 1. So then you get your 10 1.
Okay, so 10 gets reduced to 1.
10 gets reduced to 1.
Okay.
Anything that, so let me check it. Let me make sure. Give it to me one more time so I'll make sure I do it again. Tell me your birthday again.
11 is the month,
November.
the 1st, 1987.
Okay, let me do this real quick because yeah, it's a 1.
So 1, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 1. Yeah, so 10 is not a matching number, but we do say that 10 is a significant number in numerology. So I've told Shannon this last time we spoke, we have we say the number perfect 10. So we use the term perfect 10 because number 9 is completion and number 11 is the first number of mastery. So between completion and mastery is perfection. So that's why we have the number perfect 10. So 10 does have some significance in numerology, but
It's really,
yes. So
Okay.
no, Brooke. So you're gonna add the 2-digit month. Then add the 2 digits. So we will have to have another workshop, and then I can go.
But the report you're doing for the people that's actually going to be on the retreat, this is going to be a breakdown of everything that you're speaking
Yes.
about. Got you.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
all right. So mine is 11/25, 1968. I think I came up with 33.
Go
But I might be wrong.
11/25, 1960.
8.
That'd be super cool. 33. It's 6.
It's 6. Okay. What did I
Yeah.
do? I did that all wrong.
So
I didn't break
11, your birthday is 25. So that, and then you have your birth year, which is 24, which is 6. So 11, 7, and 6. So that's what you're adding
so it's fine.
Okay.
to get 6. And you're at 24/6, which is a very common 6. I'm a 24/6 too.
Okay.
Okay, y'all, I have a time limit. I'm sorry. So let me just finish. But I think she's gonna give you all this so you can see it. And this is also being recorded, so you can, use it over. You'll see this. This is where I just gave, this is where I gave kind of the energy of the numbers. And also in parentheses, you'll see that those are some of the things that these numbers may struggle with. So I talked about 6, how sometimes 6 energy, we can be a little bit of martyrs. Number 8 energy, sometimes maybe a little bit greedy. Number 9 energy, sometimes a little bit selfish. Even though they're giving and giving and giving, they still may feel like, what about me? 22 workaholic, and they can be lazy. And you can see how, when you think about it, how they would make sense. 4 energy talked about could be stubborn or rigid. 5 energy, I'm sure it says that they can be restless and flighty. Yeah, so those are kind of the opportunities. But you guys are going to get all of this. Practical uses, these are the things that I do my readings on. If you book a reading with me, I do a life path readings, compatibility readings, pinnacles and challenges. Your pinnacles and challenges are really just like what's happening with me during a specific season of my life. So there are 8 different, 8-year seasons that we each have. Those seasons are different based on what your life path is, meaning that my first pinnacle in my life, maybe for the first 29 years of my life, Shannon's pinnacle maybe for the first 32 years of her life, right? And within those years, there's certain numbers that rule that time period. That's what we call a pinnacle. There's also, certain numbers that challenge that time period, that bring certain energy into that time period. I also do special dates, baby names, and addresses. And then really quick,
And
your retreat.
numerology, I mean, and for genealogy, because
Yeah, and genealogy. So I
Yeah.
did a genealogy with Shannon. But it was really more, it was kind of dates, but I needed to know. I mean, go ahead. You want to talk about it?
I'll just really quick. So those who may be new or familiar with some of my adventure this year, I've been doing some genealogy research. We didn't know a lot about my grandmother. She was kind of orphaned, Jamaican, went to Panama, boom, came here. It's like, okay, what happened between that, right? So I wanted to learn more. I asked Kenya to run the dates. I found my grandmother's immigration papers. So it showed me when she left Panama, when she got here. It was a 7-day journey. And I had planned this year, I had went to Panama during the exact dates that she traveled. So I asked Kenya to run a report. You can actually view the video because Kenya had broke down the dates with me, and I have that posted on the website. So what I'll do is I'll add that to the email that I'll send out for follow-up if you want to just kind of hear how numerology is used in different ways.
Thank you.
So many different ways, and we have so much fun with it. And so for your individual retreat, like I said, I did a report for her. And what I have here is like, so if I were going to do this for a specific date, she gave me her goal. I'm looking at the theme, reflect and renew, where people can engage in self-discovery activities and use various contemplative practices to aid in their introspection, yoga, meditation, journaling, etc. So on every page of the report, no matter what the dates were, I had this at the bottom to see if I thought it would align. And so this is just me breaking down the numbers and what those dates meant. So the retreat is going to start on the 29th. This is giving you that 19-1 confidence, leadership, and divine masculine. And this is where I reduce that number so she can see it. And I just go through. One of the things I really liked about these numbers is the way in which they kind of are right around the same. You got this 1, this 2, this 1, this 2, and then this 3, right? So you have all of this mix of divine energy and feminine energy and masculine energy. You also have this creative energy here. You have intuition, you have confidence, all of these different things that I felt like would be good for the retreat as it related to what her particular goals were. So when we say something about like self-discovery, so but that 1 energy, again, what's that? That's leadership, that's confidence, that's thinking about me. Contemplation, this is definitely internal energy. So that's 2, right? 2 is the cooperation. So that's the 2 that's present there. And then, you know, some of these other energies are also here, this yoga, meditation, and journaling. And you'll see that with the 11, remember that our 11 energy is all about lighting up things, and also about like that like internal leadership. So all of that was present. So that's how she decided on the numbers that she was going to use for retreat. And there were 2 other dates that I gave her, and I broke the whole thing down. And I think I downloaded it and gave the narrative for why I picked it, but I don't know if you guys are interested in that. That might be a little bit too in the details for you guys, but that's just an example of some of the things that you can do with numerology. And you can do this with anything. You know, you can do it with upcoming trips that you have. You can do it with, you know, when you're planning to have an event. I have events sometimes, and I will run the numbers of an event to see if it feels good to me. And the thing about the numbers is it's never a negative thing. They're just showing you the energy that could be present or that is present during that particular time. So it's never bad. It's always like, is this in alignment if I'm going to create a specific vision? And I love that Shannon wanted to do this because I've never seen someone do this quite like this. And I think it's really cool. And it just lets me know that she's really working to create a space for those of you all that are going that is really intentional. down to the time of when she can do it. You know, most of us are like, girl, this is when they can do the haul. This is when the people say they can cook the food. This is when they say, so this is the date. You know what I mean? This is when I can get off work, girl. When you can do it on Friday? Okay, we doing it Friday. Most people do it like that. And for her to be this intentional, and I mean, these dates that she gave me were not necessarily close together. You know, it was like different times. And so I love that. And that makes me really, really excited for those of you all that are going. So that is that for that. That was just an example. And then this is how you get in contact with me. I'm Consult Kenya. I'm hello@kenyajackson.com. And my website is www.kenyajackson.com, where you can book my services. I like to be very upfront with people. I love doing numerology. It's one of my favorite things to do. My readings do start at around $150, and then they increase from there. But I do sit down, and Shannon can tell you this. I will run you through the entire thing. We can talk for 90 minutes if you need to, and I'll answer any questions that you have. But I do have to run every individual number for every individual thing. So that is the reason why it takes a long time, and also make it make sense, right? Because I can look at something and see it and I'm like, got it. But for other people, they might be like, girl, what? You know, every number I look at, I'm like, like when the woman who was, when the Reverend saw that, when I saw that she was a 9, it was like a whole story that went through my whole head about what that meant in the path that she chose to do for work or for her purpose in the world. And so for me, that's always like what I want to do. Okay. Shannon, questions. Everybody else, what you
Questions, because I'm still speechless. I'm like, I knew you was gonna bring the heat. So I'm gonna take a step back and let them ask questions.
I'm just gonna contact you and just set up an appointment. Because I'm like, I'm just gonna set an appointment because I'm like, the question is just gonna be too long. So
it's gonna be too much.
Miata is she's one of my friends, and she called me. She's like, I think I'm on life path 1, and we were just going back and forth. So this is a long time coming, and I can't wait. I'm excited because I got to know a little bit about everybody on the call. And you know, I get a lot of joy from that. But Miata, yeah, this is a long time coming, so I'm excited. And Kenya, just know that I've been telling her, you gotta see Kenya. Listen, Kenya, I'm telling you, she does everything.
And she's is that a red shirt you have on today too?
No, it's an orange.
It's orange.
Orange.
Okay.
Yeah, it's orange. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it can be incredibly cool. Like, and I think for me, that's really what I was looking for. Like, I was a depressed young person, you know, I was a depressed young adult, you know, and I never really understood, like, why am I like this? My goodness, like, why I'm the person everybody talks to. I'm the one everybody wants to get advice from. I'm the one that's always like, well, Kenya will figure it out. And I'm like, but Kenya don't want to figure it out. But then at the end of the day, I was like, but I kind of do want to figure it out. Like, and when they don't ask me to figure it out, I'm like low-key offended. Like, don't y'all know I do this? You know what I mean? So it kind of helps you understand like how you move through the world. And it also helps you understand how other people move through the world.
Yeah.
So accountability reading was amazing for me and my wife, because I knew we're also a Gemini, like we're Aquarius and Gemini. So we are connected on so many different ways. But when I realized that she was a 3 and that I sometimes get so busy tending to the world that I don't pay attention to her. And she's like me, you know, like that 3 is big. It's Jupiter. Like I'm the biggest one. Look at me. And I'm like, girl, thank you. And I'm over here doing this. I realized, oh, she needs that. She needs, because this is all for the family, for us, you know, she wants to. So that helped me so much. And so I always do that with partners and also with kids a lot, because a lot of parents can't figure out, how do I connect with my children? What do they need from me? And Life Path is just one of a myriad of things that we can use to connect better to each other. But sometimes knowing some of those things about what makes each other tick, it just kind of helps, you know, for you to be like, okay, you know, I can do that, or I can understand that, versus thinking that somebody is just selfish, or thinking that I'm just nosy, or thinking that, you know, 9 energy is just a martyr. Like, no, this is really how we're made up and how we chose to walk through the world, you know. We chose to have this, and we chose not only that, not this is the way we want to walk through the world, but these are certain qualities and power that we have that other people may not. You know, that 1 energy is not afraid to be first. It's not afraid to go out there and fail. It's not afraid. to stand on its own. That's just what that energy is. And I may be a little bit more reserved, like, no, I'm not gonna go out there. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, but some other energies are going to be. Shannon likes to organize stuff. You should have seen the ways that she sent me all these different. I can't do it. Cannot. Do you understand? She had this, and I had one. I've downloaded one image. I was like, I can't. It was so many images. I can't do it. This is what I like to do. This is the part that I like. All that other stuff, it's not for me. So I find somebody else around me that has that strength, because I'm a love on my people. But when it comes to them emails and all that, that's not, that ain't my business. So I pray that this was beneficial to you, ladies. I mean, it is Saturday and y'all in the middle of the day. So shout out to y'all for doing that. Thank you so much for listening. And I do just want to encourage, raise his hand. Yes. the floor recognizes Estee. Yes.
Thank you. No, I just wanted to add the comment of just gratitude. I love the way that you're explaining this. I feel like anytime I've heard somebody else explain numerology, it's felt a whole lot more esoteric. And this feels very practical. And I was saying in the comments, as a priest, you know, we use divination. Now it has a different bent to it, but it's very practical, very similar in the ways that you have explained. So it's like, these are reasons why you want to talk to your ancestors and connect with with the deities, right? And so I just appreciate when I encounter a practitioner who makes it clear. And so I just want to say thank you. This was great.
No, thank you. Thank you for telling me that y'all like my chicken today. I appreciate it.
We know you too.
Simple family recipe, you know, nothing too crazy. But
yeah,
I'm very
and I also, I'm sorry, Kenya. I also want to just extend my gratitude to you for always taking my crazy creative ideas. Like, can you do this? I was thinking about this.
I'll be like, I think I can do that. Yeah.
Right. And also, you know, being a part of our pre-retreat experience, you know, I wanted the participants to have the opportunity to understand some of this, so they're not in their heads too much at the retreat. We can kind of experience and do a little bit more inward self-discovery, some more inward reflection. So I just want to thank you for always showing up, because you're just brilliant. I said that, you know, that's why I did send you about 5 different things, right? And one of them, I just talk about your intro, like just how bomb you are. And I feel that, right? So I just want to thank you. And I'm sure this is not the last time, because I think you already put in the universe, there was a part 2 coming. So I'm just saying that.
Definitely. I hope not. And if y'all ain't registered for the retreat, register for the retreat. That's all I'm saying. All right.
I'm gonna say it too. And I'll send you an email, and I'll extend to everybody that was on the call the same offers that went out to the women who booked in the first 2 weeks. So we was like almost sold out in the first 2 weeks. So I'll send out that same offer, $100 off the retreat, or 5% off, or you can combine the two if you book in full, or, you know, we'll give you all the other little details. So, and for participating, we'll send you some love. So I definitely want to put that in there. Kenya, I appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all too. Y'all bless my life today. Y'all have a great day.
Yes,
You
you
too.
do.
Too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes,
So much.
yes. Hey, y'all.
Shannon, love it. Talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Hey,
All right.
Camilla.
All right.
I'm gonna just stay on and look at all y'all, because I didn't get to see some of you. Kim, last time you was like in a car. Was you in the car?
Yes, I was.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
still at work, and then my phone died.
Yeah. So you all will be on the retreat. Yeah, I know
Yes.
we kind of met
Yes.
the last one, but yes, I'm so excited. So you're gonna get I didn't want to take up too much time talking about the retreat, but when you get the reports for Kenya, she's not gonna send you just your birthday and, you know, your number and a little description. She's gonna send you like 6 pages.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, no,
So it's very detailed.
It's very detailed. You'll have an opportunity to read not just your life path number, but like some karmic debt, and she'll explain some of that. And it's nice. So you'll have time. And I know the retreat might seem like you're going to be scheduled hour. That is not how I flow. We're gonna have some daily things we do, you know, we have the staple activities, but we're gonna have a lot of space to explore our numerology and some other journaling type questions that you'll have and our discussions together. So you'll have a lot of time with some of this stuff too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah.
All right. So we'll get our analysis at the retreat.
You'll
So
get
we
them
don't
at the
have to-
retreat.
At the
Okay,
retreat.
all
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
is it something we need to complete now? Like I think I have to. Okay.
Yep.
All
On
right.
the website, I asked you all. You remember I asked you for your birthday?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I already sent her those who submitted it. I already sent her your
Oh,
birth
okay.
dates, and that's
Okay.
why I said I needed your exact birthday and if your name
And the
had
time.
changed. So I sent
Mhm.
all that
Gotcha.
over to her. So she's
Oh,
actually
gotcha.
creating
Okay.
them. Yep, she's in the
Okay.
process of
Okay.
creating them. I will not read them. I get joy out of learning what I get to learn on the workshop. I am not reading them, but I do look forward to hearing in discussion maybe what came up for you in reflection. I wanted to talk more about the retreat dates, but I know we ran out of time. But I'll share with you all. Maybe I'll create a video and just send it to you all about how the agenda. When I release the agenda, that's what I'll do. I'll send out a video about how kind of the energy of the retreat kind of matches the agenda and what I hope we explore both in the leadership, the feminine, and then there's a day right in the middle that's where it's more of a masculine energy. So we're stepping into leadership. We're more empowered, but I'm also the activities for the day actually kind of require you to step out of that and into your femininity. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool, and I'm just so happy that she works with my creativity because she's dope. So
Yeah, she seemed dope. Yeah.
Nice.
Good energy.
Nice,
Great
nice.
energy, actually.
Yes. Great
I
energy.
can't be around no fake folks. I got to.
Hello, exactly.
Right.
That's true.
So when I
Skin
pass
itching.
on, I'm like, okay,
True.
you're it.
Mhm.
All right. I won't take up too
Yeah,
much of your
awesome.
time, but I'm so excited to get to meet you all and be
Yes.
in this
Me
space
too.
with you.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
I gotta plug this. If you didn't do your intake form, please fill that out because I'm starting to plan the menu and I want to make sure I consider any dietary preferences. You might eat, you might not prefer pork, even though it's not, an allergy. So whatever your preferences are, let me know.
Okay.
When you
I'll
when you
take a
get a
look at
chance,
it.
because I know I did send in everything, but sometimes when you go back on the website, it'll have
It
you
says,
say
yep.
that it's not there.
Oh,
So
yeah. No, the website isn't even tracking it.
okay.
Okay.
I was about to say
No,
because
the
I just want to
website's
make sure
not
that I
gonna
did
track it.
send. I'm gonna make sure I send everything in.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, I think you are fine. What I think you and Kim, I think what you were leaning to, and it was a great idea, and I'm gonna do that. And I'm just gonna pull everything that everybody submitted. And those who did not submit something I need, I'll send them a special email.
Yeah, please, thank you.
And I'll also maybe just confirm, like, thank you. You have everything up to date. You're good.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
Oh, that
because
helps.
Yeah,
That
I wasn't.
helps a
Yeah,
lot.
because I wasn't. I don't want to keep sending
before I
it,
can
and it's
do
like,
that.
okay, how many times you gonna send it? So
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all. I'll see you soon.
you too.
too,
Thank you
love.
guys,
Y'all
ladies.
take
Enjoy your
care.
weekend.
Can't
You
wait
too.
to
Bye-bye.
Bye.